we'll start with Mike Duraco.
Hey, Coach, how you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm just wondering if you could just talk about how rough this year has been for Trevor in terms of not only what's going on the field, but having to deal with all the stuff that's happened off the field, with Urban and what have you, as a rookie coming into the league trying to adjust.
Yeah, I think the NFL season is hard enough just being a rookie and playing the position that he gets to play. There's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and anytime you add any more distractions or outside interference into that, I think it adds to that. I like the way he's handled it. I think he's been a true professional about it. He continues to work and has been about his business each and every day. So I'm kind of really proud of what he's done in these last over this time that he's been here.
The poise he's shown, we saw some of it at Clemson, but did it even surprise you a little bit how well he's handled all this?
Yeah, I mean, it's it can be it's a grind, and it's a long season, and then the lack of success that we've had, and then all the other distractions. I think that was the one thing when you looked at him at Clemson that you really liked was he was very poised under pressure, and he's been in some big moments. So he's kind of come here and done the exact same thing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darrell.
Recording in progress.
Hey, Darrell, can you give us a sense of what today is like for you and how it's different being the interim head coach versus being an offensive coordinator? What's a Monday like?
Yeah, today was a little bit different for me. So I started the day, I came in and I met with Joe, sat and watched the game tape with him on the defensive side. And then I went in with Nick and Carlos and watched the special team side. Then I met with the offensive staff, and then we watched the offense together. Then we went up and had the team meeting, and here I am talking to you guys.
So as a follow-up, do you have to this week? Are you going to be folding other responsibilities in for whether it's Brian Schottenheimer or anybody else on the offensive side to try to balance everything you have on your plate?
Yeah. So what I've done is, I thought about it as I told you guys I would. I thought about it a lot. Had some conversations, with Trent and everybody. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the play calling over to Brian Schottenheimer to really help on the offensive side of the ball. I think it helps us in a lot of ways. Number one, it lets me, take more on of the head coach role that I'm being asked to do with that added responsibility. But also, we have a really another accomplished play caller in our midst, and be able to let Brian take an opportunity at it and put his own, personality into the offense as well. We'll be obviously in constant communication. We game plan together a lot anyway. So I'm really confident and happy that I'm going to be able to turn that to him.
Thank you.
Next call, we'll go to John Reed and then Gary Smith.
How you doing, Coach? Just wanted to get your take on how impactful these enhanced protocols has been. And are you guys planning to do Zoom meetings with the team for the remainder of the week?
No, what I would like to do is, I think it's really important for us to have the guys in person, and the protocols allow us to still do that. Obviously, we have to be in the building with our masks on. We have to be socially distanced in the meeting rooms, but the way we've been able to set up the building, we can get these guys here in person. You really want to touch, feel, be around them, and feel the camaraderie, but have the eye contact, the better focus. So that's kind of the mission that I want to get these guys here and have them in the building. So we'll be set up a little bit different here these next few weeks, but they'll all be here in the building.
Yeah, just a quick follow up. What do you feel is like your top from based on the performance of the team from Sunday? What do you view as a priority going into this week?
Well, I think just a big priority, obviously, is the team. And the thing that I want to work on the most is just our mindset and our mentality. And how I want them to approach the game, the thoughts that I want them to have. How I want them to work together. How offense and defense and special teams can complement each other. All those things. I think that's really the area that I'm trying to focus a lot of time on.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Gary Smith and then Mark Long and John Ocean.
Hey, Darrell.
How you doing?
Darrell, what's the status on Rayshon Jenkins right now? And if he's going to be unavailable for the rest of the season, what does that do for the safety rotation as far as Daniel Thomas or maybe even Andre sliding over there?
Yeah, so I'll give you the injury update. So Rayshon, unfortunately, he broke his ankle, so we'll put him on IR. Cam Robinson, he had his neck strain during the game, and so he'll be day to day. Carlos Hyde still in the concussion protocols, so there's no really update there. He's still got to pass all the protocols there. And then Will Richardson, I think it was the day before the game, and then the day of the game, still came in with some a little back strain. He was trying to fight through it, and they weren't able to get him to a place where he could get in the game. So those are our guys. As far as the rotation went, after Rayshon went down, I think you saw both Cisco and DT were in there. And so that's kind of the rotation. We basically did it by series, was how that was. But and then, there obviously was times where both of them were on the field when you go dime. So we'll continue to, work in that fashion.
Okay. And Darrell, can I ask kind of an unrelated question or anything, but the number of coaches that came out of the guys you played with in Wisconsin, Mel Tucker, Todd Orlando, Joe Rudolph, you've got Chris McIntosh is now the AD. I'm wondering why you think so many guys came out of just.
Oh, I lost you. No sound. Gary,
that was going to be an amazing question too.
Yeah, it was going in a great place, Gary, but I lost the end of the question. I didn't get the rest of it. You still there?
We can circle back to Gary.
Okay.
Mark and John, go ahead.
Maybe he was going to say, what happened to all you guys? Hey, going back to Brian, what gives you the confidence that he's going to make this thing a pretty smooth transition? And will he move upstairs or will he stay on the field?
Yeah, good question. I think he's going to go upstairs. We had that communication this morning as we talked it through. It's not 100% yet, but I believe that's where we'll end up going. I'm just really confident. I think it might be a one of a kind here. That I was in Seattle and then he followed me in Seattle, and he continued with great success there. Had record-breaking seasons with those guys as well. So super confident in him. I love working with him each and every day. Total 100% confidence that he can do, that he will do a great job. And we've spent enough weeks together here to kind of know, the ins and outs of it with each other in terms of what we like and the things we want to go to. But I basically told him, hey, it's his deal. I'm turning it all over to him. So put his own personality on it. And, there's not going to be drastic changes, but it will be his personality and it'll look different.
And apologies for not knowing this, but did you do the same thing last year in Detroit?
I did not. I remained calling the whole season. So
how hard is it for you as a natural play caller to give up kind of your bread and butter?
Yeah, we'll see. I know it's going to be hard, but the one of the things I think that makes it easier for me is how much confidence I have in Shadi. He's done a great job. He's had a great career, and so I have 100% confidence in him.
Hey, Darrell, sort of staying on the Schottenheimer track. Is there anything about him that's different from you that you like as a play caller? Is there anything that he's done in the past that you think, okay, he can bring that?
I don't know if anything comes to my mind. I know the offense that he ran after me in Seattle. Was able to watch him, the things that he did with Russell to continue his progression. The guys that he had with DK and with Tyler Lockett and those guys. And so I'm hoping that whatever he can bring to us can help us. We think a lot in the same ways. But, again, a different personality, it's going to look different, so he has his own, firm beliefs on how he wants things to be run as well. So I'm going to go for that. And, I think that can help us.
Thanks, John and Mark. Gary, do you want to give it another shot?
Yeah, I was just wondering the number of guys from Wisconsin from who you played with who went into coaching, did that have any influence in Barry Alvarez or him having any influence on you guys?
Oh, yeah. First of all, it was awesome to hear the names that you were saying. All those guys are great guys, great and most of them were teammates of mine. And so, but without a doubt, each and every one of us, when we got in there, to have Coach Alvarez, to learn from him, and the impact that he had on all of us, for sure, was something that kind of led us into into the coaching ranks. I think we all love football. We all want to continue doing that, but the influence that Coach Alvarez has on it, yes, is definitely big.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Gary. And last one will go to Gene.
Hey, Darrell. I'm just curious, in the fourth quarter, after you guys got the interception with Tyson Campbell, and even in the series after that, why James Robinson wasn't a little bit more involved in the game plan? I mean, he did get 18 carries on the game, but it just seemed like in critical moments, you guys were still more reliant on Trevor throwing than him running.
Yeah. So I think if I remember right, so the drive the drive that we had off the interception. So first down, we went with a quicker play coming out of the huddle, trying to hit it naked because of the fact that we had handed the ball James a few times. And they really lucked into it. The corner that was covering Treadwell came over late. And so he ends up falling into our slider that we had coming back on Oshag. So that's not even the guy he's supposed to be covering. Should have had a good play there, but they fell into it, covered it well. And then second down, it's a read option play, and I don't think the read was there for Trevor to pull it, and he did. That's the deal when you're doing those read options. He's making decisions. So I think that was an opportunity for him to get the ball there. And then third down was third down. And then if I got it right, I believe, our next two drives that we had, it was still a 7-point game. And let's see, we had a field goal drive in there. And then the next two drives, we went 3 and out on those drives. And, we one of them, we ran for 5, we ran for 1. And then we had the drop there on the outside. I think that was the second drive. And the other drive is we handed him the ball on first down. So there was run plays in there. I think there's at least 3 runs out of those 6 plays on those next 3 drives, or next 2 drives with 3 and outs. So, there was no opportunity to go away from them. We were still handing the ball, I believe.
As a follow-up, just overall in general, 25 rushes, 38 passes. Were you happy with the balance in the game, or would you have liked to have tilted it a little bit more to the run?
I really liked some of the things that we were able to do, particularly early. I think our first drive, was a field goal drive. The second drive was a touchdown drive, and there was good mix, and there was good flow. The tempo, when we even mixed in a couple tempo things, or was really liking where that was going. Then I think we had, if I remember right, like a 3 and out. Then it was the 2-minute drive. Didn't like the drive coming out of half that we had. But as far as the balance, I was really trying to do a good job of keeping track of it. Really wanted to make sure that we were getting the runs to James. The one play before the half, he got dinged up, and we're going to run the ball on the next down. And he's not in there. But the mix, I think, I was okay with where the mix was. If you could make it more, I don't think that hurts us at all.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gene, and thank you, Coach. You're all set. We appreciate everyone's time.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.